Yesterday, and you saw the active weather and on our show yesterday. That thing has rolled all the way through Tennessee, northern Alabama, parts of North Carolina and South Carolina, and now here it is right on the border of South Carolina and North Carolina. Still going with lightning, but not severe. We do have some severe, though, that we've been tracking out ahead of the cold front. Here we go with a couple of thunderstorms here, and the cold front is sort of sitting right on this area. And we've got thunderstorms with that risk of hail still ongoing in southwestern Arkansas, although there's no warnings right now. But that cell just south and east of Dallas, this one probably has some big hail in it. New severe thunderstorm warning for that. And we're watching this for Cairns, Malakoff, and Toole until 7:30 local time. And right in there, I mean, you can see how bright the reflectivity is here. Likely that there is maybe at least some quarter-size hail, maybe a little bit larger. So that could do some minor issues, minor damage. All right, other cluster of storms I mentioned. This one that has rolled right through South and North Carolina on its way to Wilmington right now. It's going to bring a little bit of lightning, maybe some brief gusty winds. We saw that in Myrtle Beach, actually, and it wasn't severe. But, you know, the winds picked up for a minute when this came on through, and that's what you'll experience. Thankfully, that is weakening. We also have the thunderstorms that we're tracking from northeast Texas into Arkansas. I think those are going to fizzle out as well, and then we wait for the next round to get going. There's two pieces of it today. One area, southeast Texas into southwest Louisiana. The other area up here across East Tennessee, western North and South Carolina, the upstate, northern Georgia, maybe even Alabama. We'll keep watch on that. This area is going to be right in the warm sector, so right in between this cold front, the low pressure, and the warm front. This is called the warm sector. This is where all the instability is going to be pooling. The moisture will be pooling today, and we'll have, you know, the chance of some turning of the winds with height as well, and enough speed shear or increase in winds with height that we could see severe weather up there. So there's that chance. There is actually a lot more instability in southeast Texas. It's going to be so hot today, but not like we saw yesterday with that 4-inch hail across western Arkansas. So it's a bit different today across that area, but still the chance for hail and damaging winds. The strongest of the winds, thankfully, in our jet stream are farther north. And that's one thing I noticed yesterday, Jim, that the strongest of the winds were not actually where we had some pretty nasty storms. So you don't need to have, you know, strongest.
No, everything does not have to be, you know, top notch.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a top stream, so things should be quieting down. But still, until we get there, looks like an active day.
So I've got some plants I haven't planted yet. I think I'm going to bring them in the garage because I don't want them sitting out in the, you know, chance of some hail. Yeah.
And even heavy downpours.
Even heavy downpours, yes, take their toll. All right, I want to talk about some storms in Texas. Look at this, the night sky over Dallas. We watched a line of strong thunderstorms march over the Metroplex last night. And yes, Texas, again, we could be watching for storms. I love that view, though, right there. I mean, we got the lightning bolt and the Bank of America Tower all lit up at once. Reunion Tower right there. What a view. All right, today, let's talk about where the severe will be. So Dallas, we had a little hail with some of those storms that came on through. That's what actually could be happening for you now well south and east of town. But I want to focus on this area where right now it's quiet around the Houston area and over towards Baton Rouge. Now, today we're going to be watching for south winds for most of the day, bringing up the moisture, the humidity. It's going to feel hot and humid. Temperatures hit 87 degrees in Houston. When you factor in the dew point, it will feel like about 95 degrees in Houston, and that's in the shade. So a hot and sticky day, but that kind of atmosphere does lead to at least the potential of some storms getting a little feisty, some strong gusty winds, the risk for some hail as well. Our front will be coming down today, and the same front that caused the active weather yesterday doesn't have quite everything going with it, especially the upper level winds. It doesn't have a lot of strong upper level winds, but still we'll see some thunderstorms firing up. The instability will be the big driver of that. You'll see these thunderstorm clouds start billowing up in the sky about 3 or 4 o'clock, making it down here into the Houston area and Galveston and Beaumont and Port Arthur by about 8, 9 o'clock. And there's going to be a secondary line that we have to watch as well, sinking south around College Station, 11 o'clock. That gets all the way down to Houston. And now we get sort of the whole front coming through as we get into the overnight tomorrow morning. You might still have some activity ongoing, but it will be on its way offshore. Houston, a closer inspection shows perhaps a couple of showers early in the day, but it's really about 5 o'clock to start, and then we